Alright guys, so sometimes I do some things on the cars that I don't film, but I was already working on the car and I figured I should probably pull out the camera. So what is it like owning a 1200 wheel horsepower GT500 street car? Helion sleeper kit. It's got a plasma man intake, fuel system. It's a really, really simple combo. Twin 6466s. If you guys are new here. Very badass car, but I do need to do an oil change. We're gonna knock that out too while we're on the lift. Now, I also have the dyno right there, so we might need to go break a record. But I've been getting this exhaust leak. I'll play the video where you can actually see a little bit better. Today we're just gonna go ahead and fix that. I don't know if the flange is loose, we need a new gasket or what, but I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of pull off this turbo here and try to figure out what's going on. I've already pulled this downpipe off. This one doesn't leak at all, so it's just this one. And yeah, we might go ahead and put it on the dyno. Okay guys, well, turbo off. Rather than disconnect all the oil lines and everything, I decided to use my little stand here. Nothing's really being tugged too hard. Turbo is off, and well, you can see where it's been leaking, and check this out. I'm actually really happy. Well, can find where I just put it. Oh, there it is. So I talked to John Uris on the phone. He said these gaskets don't normally leak, and I'm like, yeah. And this is just a stock, the Mustang gasket that goes between the manifolds and the rest of the exhaust. So, as you can see, we center a little too hard, bud. Just kidding. Probably got hot, hot flames, whatever, and just blew that thing apart. I think we should be fine to go ahead and put a new Ford OEM gasket right in that place. But yeah, so that's what the turbo looks like. I wish that this stuff stayed nicer looking. I mean, like the Corsa exhaust looking killer. Even the downpipe's looking pretty good, minus the welding. This was done, I think, at bread speed. That's just normal welding, not TIG. And yeah, I mean, overall, it looks pretty good. We're gonna do an oil change as well, and I think we might back it up onto the rollers and see what she lays down, because I gotta break my dyno record. You can see the exhaust leak was blowing fumes on there. So I'm glad we got a problem and an easy solution. Pop another one of these guys in there and we'll be good to go. Well, Ford didn't have one, but luckily I have some. These are multi-layer steel. I mean, these are pretty much reusable. There's nothing that's supposed to melt or blow apart. Obviously I broke it, but I don't really want to wait and have the car apart for a whole day until tomorrow. So I'm just gonna grab this one, put the other one in the spare pile. Overall, this didn't take too long. I will say there's some nuts on the T4 flange, which is right here. I'm gonna go clean up these threads so I can hand thread the nuts on, and it'll make this job so much faster. It's just got a little surface rust on the end of the threads, and I had to go quarter turns at a time on only one nut, which is, not too bad. But now I should be able to go ahead and plop everything right back in place. As you can see, I separated the T4 from the turbo. Let's go ahead and put it back together, and finally shouldn't have a leak. And maybe the turbo will spool faster, because I was kind of starting to complain. I'm like, man, this turbo takes forever to light. So, well, yeah. Okay, I think we're all back together. I think everything's where it's supposed to be. I got the under panel pulled down. I had to get the O2 sensor, but we're also doing an oil change. So yeah, let's go drop it down and see what it sounds like. Should be leak free. Remote start. fixed up now. Sounds pretty good. So, dyno? All right, so dropping the oil out of this thing, and I don't know if you guys can see the color, but it looks really good. It's really clear. I don't see any signs of metal. It's gonna take a little bit. This is 5W50 and the car's cold, but no, that looks really good. It doesn't look watered down by ethanol. This car's only been ran on ethanol. Well, slight bits of 93, but pretty much only ethanol. So yeah, it's got like maybe 1,500, 2,000 miles, but it's been in here for a year. I actually haven't driven the car much lately just because I knew I needed to do the oil change. I just didn't have time. So that looks awesome. Guys, so GT500's on the dyno. We're gonna see what it does here on the boost level that I drive around on most of the time. We just did a fresh oil change. Not that it makes much of a difference, but it makes me feel better about beating on it. We fixed we fixed the exhaust leak, so I'm gonna see if it spools up quicker, see what it makes for power. A little bit of a health check, and just because, why not break my own dyno record? This should be about 1,000 horsepower or so, or I'll do the low timing first, so maybe like 900 or so. So we'll see what it does. Get a log, of course. Okay, made 848 on the low timing map. Not bad. It just kind of lags getting into boost. I want to try to fix that. How's it sound on the outside?
Fucking amazing.
It seemed kind of like a little bit slow. I was expecting more. It's on wastegate. I'm like, why did it only make 848? It's on gate. That's the lowest it'll go. It's about to get rowdy.
What?
969.
Oh my god. Okay.
The smoke from underneath is because the wastegate's open and it's blowing all the dust.
Out, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
1170 on a partial pull. I don't know what happened. I let off when it did something weird.
Holy shit.
I think we did overboost on the last one, so I turned the boost down, and we're just gonna make a clean rip, make sure it all runs good. We're not making any tune changes. I really want to get this car on Motec, retune it myself. The car's tuned with PCM Tech by Palm Beach Dyno, and I don't have that software, so I don't want to spend, it's like $5,000 to get that software, so I don't want to spend all that to be able to still have my anti-lag and changing modes. So turn down the boost, see what it does. Do you see what that says?
Holy shit.
1179. 1179.
1179.
$1188 on that last run. There's more boost I could put into it, but there's no point. And this car I have had for a year now, and it made the exact same power it did a year ago. We're being honest, I only did one oil change since I've owned it, but it only had like 1,500 miles. But I can hop in this car, drive it anywhere, beat it up. It's been a 428, 60 to 130. And some super humid air. And you guys saw, it makes crazy power. So we did an oil change, we fixed an exhaust leak. I still would like to Motec this car at some point, and maybe I can talk with Palm Beach or someone and get this thing to spool up a little quicker. I think that's my only complaint, is just how long it takes, or maybe we got to play with the e-boost too. But if we go Motec, we'll be controlling with CO2 anyways. This thing's awesome. Smack that like button if you guys needed some dyno action here. As you guys saw, this car is still tuned by Palm Beach Dyno. You guys can also rent the dyno and tune with other tuners. You can tune with me, do whatever. It's awesome having the dyno. And now I've got the record, so who's gonna beat it? 1188. Come at me.